Yo guys, let's hope we got Monday Night Football. We actually have two games today. So I have 5 free picks for you guys that I really like, and we will hop into them in a second. I have 5 picks across all 4 teams playing on Monday night. So we're talking about every single team and both games. Again, we'll hop into it in a second, but real quick, make sure to drop a like on this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, guys, so you don't miss any of the free picks that I drop for you guys every single day on this channel for every single game, including not only NFL, but college football as well. We are on the road to 10K subscribers as well, so I'd really appreciate it if you guys subscribe. Hopping into the video real quick, if you guys did not see the college football video, we went up 22 units in college football Saturday. It was a great day. Today, NFL Sunday, not the best day ever, but you're going to win some, you're going to lose some, right? But so far on the season, we are yet to have a losing weekend in VIP. So if you guys want to get in VIP for free, we're up. Again, we haven't had a losing weekend. We're up over 40 units in VIP so far this first month of football. If you guys want to get in for free and get slips like this sent to your phone every single day, all you have to do, get in to VIP for free, is download one of these apps. The links are all down below. Download either Chalkboard or Sleeper using code GHOST, and then you also get a $100 deposit match. So you can get a free month of VIP and $100 for free just by signing up on these apps. Again, all the links are down below. Once you do use code GHOST, if you do want the free month of VIP, just make sure to drop a comment on this video so I could find you and send you that link to the free month of VIP. And if you don't want VIP, still hop on Chalkboard or Sleeper, get a free $100. You guys could get on both apps and get a free $200. But guys, these apps are actually really good. They're not just random ass apps that you're never going to use again and they're going to take up storage. They're good apps. I use them every single day. I've used them the entire year for baseball, NBA, NFL, doesn't matter. The deposits are good. The withdrawals are really quick and good as well. So they are legit apps. These are what they're going to look like in the App Store. And if you are in one of these white states, that is where you can get these apps. So if you're in Canada here or any of these white states, you guys should hop on these apps, whether you want, a free month of VIP or not. Again, you still get a free $200 using code GHOST. And if you do want the VIP, make sure to drop a comment down below. But let's hop into the video. So like I said, we got 2 games here and we got 5 different picks from 4 different teams. So we're talking about all the teams here. I didn't want to leave any of the teams out. The first game and the first duo we will talk about, I got 2 picks for this team. The only team that we have multiple picks for, it is going to be the Bengals. The first play we will talk about is going to be Joe Burrow. So we have Joe Burrow in this game. Now, I wanted to take his passing yards. I think the Bengals are going to destroy Washington in the air. Washington last season was by far and away the worst passing defense in the league. They were atrocious. They sucked. Everybody knew it. Every single week, we took everyone's overs playing Washington last year, and it worked every single time. So far this season, 2 games into the season, they're just like they were last year, absolutely trash in the air. Daniel Jones, Malik Neighbors had like 130 yards last week against them. Chris Godwin the week before had like 130. They suck at defending the pass. So I wanted to take Joe Burrow over on yards. However, I do think the Bengals might blow them out and then take Joe Burrow out of the game before he hits that passing yards because they wouldn't even have to pass anymore. So what we're going to do instead is take his passing touchdowns. Again, this is way safer than just taking yards because if he throws 200 yards in the first half and it looks great, they come out in the second half, they run the ball a lot, they're up by 3-4 scores, Joe Burrow comes out of the game, or they're just not passing anymore. Instead, we're going to take his passing touchdowns because, again, they're horrible in the air. He should be able to hit this number of 2 passing touchdowns pretty easily. It is a goblin play as well, so it's a little bit less of a payout, but I'm going to show you guys in a second. I have a play to kind of go against that and bring it back up to a decent payout. So what we're going to do that is we're going to go over to Jamar Chase, and we're going to take Jamar Chase over 1 touchdown, and that is a devil. So this still gives it a solid payout, so we don't have to worry about going goblin because we're pairing it with a devil. Obviously, we're pairing him with a touchdown, so he needs anytime touchdown, Jamar Chase, and Joe Burrow, 2 passing touchdowns. So obviously you guys can see the correlation here. If Joe Burrow throws 2 touchdowns in this game, Jamar Chase more than likely should be able to catch one of them. So far on the season, there has been 3, really good receivers that have played against Washington that everyone knows. We got Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and then Malik Neighbors. All 3 of those guys scored at least 1, if not 2 touchdowns so far this season, or so far in those games. So every single really good receiver that's played Washington so far has scored at least 1 touchdown. Knock on wood, don't want to jinx it, but that is just the facts. So going off of that, hopefully Jamar Chase can score here. It's been a while since he's scored, but going back, these are tough games. KC twice, that's tough. Cleveland, that's tough. So he should be due for a touchdown in this game. And again, if Joe Burrow's throwing 2, the top receiver going against Washington should be able to get in the end zone on one of those. And then again, by taking touchdowns instead of pairing their yards together, we don't have to worry about a blowout or anything like that, which I also really like about that play. So that's what we're going to do for Cincinnati for this game. Now we'll move over to Washington. What I wanted to do with Washington is I wanted to go with Jayden Daniels. If we're going with Washington, it's kind of tough to not take Jayden Daniels here. So what we're going to do with Jayden Daniels is I wanted to go with his rushing yards. He is projected to be passing most of this game because, again, it might be a blowout. So he's going to be down this whole game, or at least he should be, probably by multiple scores even. So he should be dropping back a lot. And when Jayden Daniels drops back a lot, we all know this guy loves to take off and run the ball. So first I wanted to go with his rushing yards, but I'd rather go with this, which I found later on. I was about to go with rushing yards. Last second, I found rush attempts, and I like this a lot more. He had 16 the first game against Tampa Bay when he was losing the whole game. He had 16. The Giants, it was a much closer game, back and forth game, so he didn't have to drop back as much. He had 10 rush attempts, so he still hit this in a close game. Again, playing Cincy, this should be a blowout. I don't think it should be that close of a game, or at least even if it is, he definitely should be on the losing end of that. So I think 9.5 rush attempts, really low line. I'd be shocked if this doesn't get bumped to at least 10.5 before game time or before kickoff of this game. So I really like Jayden Daniels over 9.5 rush attempts. I think he should have at least 5 or 6, probably 5 QB designed runs, and then he just needs at least another 5 of him taking off. But again, if this guy's going to drop back 30 plus times in this game like everyone's expecting him to, he should definitely be taking off at least 10 times in this game. So I really like Jayden Daniels' rush attempts in this game. And then the fourth play we're going to talk about, we're going to obviously go over to this Buffalo-Jacksonville game. We're going to go to Josh Allen. Very similar play here. We're going to take him over rushing yards. So he's over 30.5 rushing yards. He hit this 4 out of his last 5 games. He only had 2 against Miami last week, but this guy was just handing it off to James Cook almost every single play. If you guys watch that game, James Cook had, 3 touchdowns? Dude went nuts. So he didn't really have to pass the ball. He didn't have to do anything for the team. On his career, he averages 38 or more rushing yards per game through his career, especially at home. This guy loves to run the ball at home, and primetime, he likes to run the ball as well at home. I swear to God, every single primetime home game this guy has, I see him taking off almost every single play. 30.5 rushing yards, very low. Jacksonville gives up a ton of rushing yards to QBs. They play a lot of man as well, which helps Josh Allen in the rushing game. He should be taking off at least 7, 8, hopefully 9 times in this game. And if he does, 30 rushing yards is really, really low. I think this is also going to get bumped on other apps. It's sitting at like 32.5. I've seen it at 33.5. So Prizepicks having it at 30.5 right now, I really like. I, again, think that's going to get bumped before kickoff. Last play we have of this 5-man lay is going to be Travis Etienne. So going over to Jacksonville, I wanted to go with his receiving yards. So he only had, you guys can see right here, if I could find it, 21.5 receiving yards. So he didn't have a lot last game. He didn't have the game or have a lot the game before that. But if you guys know Travis Etienne, this guy does get receiving yards. Obviously, it doesn't look great on the graph, but you can't just base it all on the graph. If you go back to last season, he had 10 game stretches where 8 or more of those games, he's going over 50 receiving yards. This guy does receive the ball a lot. Not to mention Tank Bigsby is questionable to play. And normally questionable means they are still going to play, but it looks like he might actually not play at all. And even if he does, it looks like he's going to be a little bit restricted and not play as many snaps as he normally would. So Travis Etienne should have the backfield at least 80% to himself in this game. Buffalo has a strong pass rush, so he should, Trevor Lawrence should be dumping the ball off a lot to Travis Etienne. The last 2 teams to play Buffalo, the running backs went off against them. Buffalo is not great at defending running backs in the passing game. Obviously, the last game against Miami, they gave up, I want to say, like 80 plus yards to Etienne in the passing game. So they're not good at defending the pass. Travis Etienne, this line is very low because he hasn't done good the last 2 games, but that's great for us. I mean, if you're just basing it off of those, please put the line at 21.5. I'm taking the over every time in a game like this, a primetime game. They should be down. They should have to pass the ball most of the game. So I like Travis Etienne over 21.5 a lot. Again, that line is also at 22 and 23.5 on most apps. So 21.5, we're getting it at a little bit of a discount on Prizepicks, which is obviously amazing. So these are going to be the 5 picks. We'll go through them again. The Cincy duo on touchdowns, Jayden Daniels over on rush attempts, Josh Allen over on rushing yards, and then Travis Etienne over on receiving yards. So guys, again, to be very clear, you do not have to take this whole 5-man. That's a little crazy. That's pretty, honestly, I recommend to not do that. That's pretty risky. Obviously, if you do that, don't put much money on it. Don't put a lot of units on it. This is kind of just me telling you guys my favorite 5 picks of the day for Monday Night Football. Take them how you want to take them. Take 2 of them. Take whichever ones you guys like. But again, I don't recommend to take all 5. The goal here is to hit at bare minimum 3 at bare minimum. I really want to hit 4 or all 5 today. So the goal is really to hit like 4 or 5 out of these 5. So don't take the whole thing, or if you do, make sure it's a flex or something like that. You guys get what I'm trying to say, right? Just play safe. You guys know what to do. Other than that, guys, make sure to drop a like on this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Again, road to 10K, so I'd really appreciate that. And then drop comments down below if you guys like these picks, or if you guys have any of your own picks as well. Drop that down below in the comments and let me know. Last but not least, before we get out of here, again, if you do hop on Chalkboard or Sleeper with code GHOST and you do want a free month of VIP, let me know down below in the comments so I can find you and send you that link to the free month of VIP. Other than that, guys, those are the plays for the games on Monday Night Football. Good luck with all your bets, and I'll catch you in the next video.